Hey there, everybody. Give me just a second here. I think YouTube was having a little bit of problems earlier with live streaming. So I'm wanting to make sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to be working. So give me just a second here to make sure that everything is working well. Today is Tuesday, the 11th, June the 11th, and it's about 9:30 at night. I'm doing this video, this live stream, a little bit later than I would have liked to have done, but like I said, it seems that there were some issues with YouTube, so uh, that's why I had to do it a little bit later. Hope you're having a great evening. Hope you had a great day today. Like I said, today at the time of this live stream, it is Tuesday, June the 11th, about 9:30 at night, and great things going on. We had a busy weekend here at my house. My oldest daughter, my eldest daughter, my oldest. Well, my older daughter, she graduated from high school this past weekend, and so this weekend was all about that. All of last week was all about that and just getting things ready, receiving family. Uh, we had a lot of family from my side come into San Antonio. That's where we live, to be here for the graduation. My wife's family, they live pretty much here in San Antonio, so they were all here already. But we had all my mom's brothers and sisters. My mom is of a family of six siblings, and all six of them, they're all here right now in San Antonio. They came for the graduation, and I appreciate that so much. I wasn't planning on sharing this, but they got here like on Friday, and I went over to my mom's house on Saturday to see them, of course. And I saw one of my uncles, and when I saw him, I just felt this incredible emotion. I was overwhelmed with emotion, and I held it back a little bit, but then we went outside. My two uncles and I, and my mom, we went outside, and I just broke down bawling, and I turned around and I just hugged my uncle, and I was just crying, and he didn't know what was going on, but I was bawling my eyes out. And when I saw my uncle, I just remembered how incredibly supportive and helpful both of my uncles, my mom's brothers, how they were helpful and supportive and encouraging during the time when my father passed away a couple of years ago, and how they just, I mean, they're family, they're my mom's brothers, they've just always been like that. But it just, I mean, this happened a while ago, and I've seen them several times since my dad passed away. But I was just overwhelmed, and I was just hugging one of my uncles. He was the closest one, so I was just hugging him and saying, "Thank you, thank you." I mean, I know this was a long time ago, and I've told them thank you since then. But I was just so appreciative, and then I went over and I grabbed my other uncle and I hugged him too. There's nothing like family. There's nothing like family, and I was just overwhelmed by emotion and gratitude when I saw my uncles, because it just reminded me of the incredible help and the support that they were for us when my father passed away a couple of years ago, and it was just overwhelming. All that to say that we have a lot of family in town right now. They're still here. We'll see them before they head back to their respective homes. But great time at the graduation. A lot going on. Excuse me, in preparing for the graduation, and it was one of those things that when we were participating in the graduation and just getting everything ready for my daughter and going and seeing her walking across the stage and all that stuff, it was like, man, when did this happen? It just happened so quickly, It just went by so quickly that it feels as if it was just yesterday that she started pre-K and then went on to kindergarten, and it just now she's graduating from high school and she's starting college. I know some of you who are watching, you have kids who are older, and so you can probably empathize with what I'm telling you. Maybe some of your kids are married or they have kids of their own, and you're like, when did that happen? And that's how I feel right now with my older daughter having graduated from high school. My younger daughter, she's got 3 years in high school left, and she'll be walking that stage very soon as well. And it got me thinking that whatever stage of life you're in right now, it won't always be that way. And I'm not going to share with you, so cherish your kids and enjoy your kids. Of course, that's the advice that every older parent, any parent who is older than you, that's what they'll tell you. Cherish them. The time goes by so quickly. Our lead pastor, he has a great saying. I don't know. I don't think it's original with him, but he'll always tell the congregation, with children or in parenting, the days are long, but the years are short. And how true is that? If you have kids, you know that a day, especially if your kids are having one of those days, they're in one of those moods, it's a long day. But then the years are so short because before you know it, they're walking across the stage graduating. But I don't want to preach at you and tell you cherish every moment with your kids. I know that you already know to do that. I want to approach it from the other side. For maybe you're a younger parent, or a parent of younger kids. And in fact, I had a conversation today with one of the other staff members at our church. He's a pastor, and he has kids who are, I think they're, one of them is not even in pre-K yet, and the other one is probably about to start either pre-K or kinder. So whereas we're on our way out of the school years, they're on their way in. And he said, "Wow, your daughter just graduated from high school." I said, "Yeah, man, wow, it was incredible." And he said, like, "I can't even imagine that. Like, my kids are at this stage right now, and like I can't even picture that. I can't project myself that far down the future to picture them graduating from high school." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I get you. I get you exactly what you're saying." And I told him, it's not always going to be this way. I mean, kids at that age demand so much time and so much attention, and they rely on parents for so much. And I told him, our girls are at a stage now where they're on autopilot for a lot of things. Of course, they're still teenagers, so we have to help out with all kinds of things. Of course, we're not leaving them completely on their own. They're not abandoned, but there are so many things that they're just self-sufficient in so many things. My wife, are at this stage in our parenting that if we want to get up and go, we just get up and go. If we want to go do something, we don't have to pack a bag for the girls or even take them with us if we want. We could just go to the store if we want to. We can go eat breakfast before they wake up because they're teenagers. They sleep late. It's just a different stage for us. And if you're going through this stage in your life right now where, man, you can't even find your way out of a wet paper bag because being a parent is so demanding for you right now, it's not always going to be this way. I mean, it feels like it. It feels like it. The days are long when you're a parent of younger kids. The days are long, but the years go by very quickly. So I will cherish that, enjoy that, but be of good cheer, be encouraged, because it won't always be this way. And I've had several people ask me, "Man, did you cry at the graduation?" And I was like, "No." Like, was I supposed to cry? I mean, because I didn't. My wife, she didn't cry either. And people are asking me, "Man, do you miss that they were younger? That do you miss those stages when your girls were younger?" And I think about it, and let me insert a little story right here. A couple of weeks ago, we went to eat with a couple, and they're starting their parenting journey right now as well. They have a 6-week-old and a 2-year-old. And so they were, we're eating lunch. They were telling us about how diaper changing and midnight feedings, and how when the baby wakes up to feed, and that wakes up the 2-year-old, and now putting her back down to bed, and she wants us to be with her, the 2-year-old. She doesn't want us to leave the room, and it just all the stuff that we've all gone through if we're parents. And they looked at us, and they were sincere, and they said, "Do you guys miss that stage of parenting?" My wife and I just looked at each other, and my response to them was, "Are you enjoying this stage of parenting?" and of course they are, in the sense that they are, but it's draining. And so you might be at that stage of parenting. And we've had people ask us, "Man, do you miss when they were young, and when they were babies, and when they were little girls?" And honestly, of course, there's a certain sense of nostalgia. There's a certain sense that you miss when your kids were that age. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, of course, but I certainly wasn't the perfect father when my girls were growing up. I'm still not the perfect father. I certainly didn't do everything perfectly. I could have done things a whole lot better. I could have spent more time with them. Like all those things that you lament as a parent, I have all of those. But at the same time, I wasn't horrible. I feel I was a good dad. Still am, I hope. And I feel that at each stage of our daughters' lives, like, we spent time with them. My wife and I, we made it a point to spend time with them. Like, I took them to school almost every single day, unless I was out of town or sick. but I took both of my daughters to school just about every single day throughout their entire school year until my older daughter started driving. For many years, I picked them up from school, brought them home from school. When my wife was a public school teacher, I was the one who would go to the Halloween parties at school, the Valentine's Day parties, the Christmas party. Like I was there. I was very involved there at the school. I played with my daughters when they were young. Man, I played with them a lot. Like tea parties, and how many cups of imaginary tea did I drink? I don't know, a whole bunch. We played teacher. They loved playing teacher. I was always a student. I mean, I spent a lot of time with my girls growing up at their different stages of life. Like I spent a lot of time with them. And so when I look back, I can say, yeah, I guess I miss when they were younger, but I really am enjoying this stage right now. I don't regret, because I feel that I did what I was supposed to do. I'm not trying to raise my own collar or anything, but because I feel that I was responsible as a father, I spent time with them, as much time as I possibly could. Because I did all that, I'm not looking back saying, man, I feel horrible. I should have. Why didn't I? And no, I mean, because I did the best that I could, and I felt I gave them all that I could, as I could at the different stages. So as I look back, I'm like, I don't necessarily miss those stages, because like we're enjoying the stage we're in now. Somebody else asked us, in fact, my oldest daughter, she asked us, so Dad, as you look back, like what's been the most enjoyable time of your life? And I think she was limiting it to our lives as married individuals and as parents. And I said, it's right now. Like right now is, I think, the time that and I think I can speak for your mom, that we are having the absolute most fun because of you girls, because of the stage where you currently are, because you're teenagers, because we can just get up and go, and we can just go do stuff. We don't have a strict bedtime for you girls anymore. So if we want to go to the store, we'll tell you, hey, let's go to the store, and all four of us pile up in the car and we'll go. Or, let's go get some ice cream at Dairy Queen. We'll go, and we just do it. There's a lot more interaction that takes place, better conversation because of the age that they are. So we're enjoying our parenting right now with our girls. So whatever stage of parenting you're in, and of course we're still in a sense, we're young parents. Our daughters are barely in high school, so in that sense we're young parents. So I can't speak to the college years and the married years and the grandparent year. I can't, but I can speak to the middle school and the elementary age parents. It won't always be this way. It's tough, and it's an investment of time, and the days feel long, but the years go by very quickly. The years are short. It won't always be this way. You might not be able to see the finish line. You might think that you're always, for the rest of your life, going to be going to elementary schools and waiting in those long lines to pick them up and drop them off. It won't always be this way. Just power through. You've got this. Power through. Keep doing your responsibility as a God-fearing parent, and you'll see that things will turn out well. And it won't always be this way. So I reflected on that as I was watching my daughter walk across the stage, and we were there at her graduation, just thinking about how quickly the time passes. But hey, we're enjoying it. We're enjoying this stage, my wife and I, with our daughters and with each other. We have more time for us, so that's a good thing as well. So that's what I've got to share with you tonight. No deep biblical insight, nothing of that sort. Just parenting, and it won't always be this way. So take that for what it's worth. It won't always be this way. So if you know that you're not spending the sufficient amount of time with your kids, do it, because it won't always be this way. You're not always going to have them with you. And if you feel that you're just kind of trudging along, trekking, I think it's the word, trekking along just day by day, man, the days are so long. It's okay. Don't worry. It won't always be this way. You'll get through this. It gets a lot better. It won't always be this way. Hey, remember that I produce a new Bible study video Wednesday, every single Wednesday, 7:15 in the morning. There's a new video that goes out. Tomorrow's video is ready. It's up. It's ready. It'll be available to you at 7:15 in the morning, Central Standard Time. And I'm in this 5-part series right now on how to cast vision, like Jesus did. And so tomorrow, June the 12th, will be part 4. It's a 5-part series. June the 12th is part 4 of that series on how to cast vision like Jesus did. And then once we're done with that series, we'll go on to something else, probably go back into another Bible study. I'm considering doing Psalm 19 as a Bible study, break it up into several episodes and go through Psalm 19. I've enjoyed that psalm quite a bit, so I may share that on here. I don't know, I'm still thinking through what to do next. Also, remember that on Fridays, around between 9 and 12, I don't have a set time for that. I do a drive time video. Those are a lot more conversational, similar to the live streams, but it's just me driving in my truck down the road, sharing some insights and some experience from pastoral ministry, sharing that with you, hoping that you can benefit from that. The primary emphasis of this channel is Bible study, without a doubt, Bible study, understanding the Bible more. And so I'm getting a lot of people who are interested in Bible study. They're not necessarily pastors or ministers, but they're interested in learning more about the Bible. That's who this is for. I'm getting a lot of Spanish speakers. The most popular videos on this channel are the Spanish videos, which I find very interesting because I have relatively few. I have another channel where I was doing nothing but Spanish videos. I had to shut that down for a little bit because it's just very time consuming to do that. But I know that eventually I'm going to go back to it. It's just a matter of when I can do that. But anyway, if you're interested in the Spanish videos, I'll leave a link to the Spanish channel in this description of this video. But you know, there's not a whole lot there because I had to suspend doing that for some time. But anyway, it'll be available to you. In fact, let me put that right now. If you're interested in my Spanish YouTube channel, and I'll put the link right here. It's www.youtube.com/capacitados. Capacitados. That's equipped in Spanish. So, all right. So that's it for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me on the live stream, or if you're watching on the replay, thanks for joining me as well. I'll see you in the next one. Do a live stream every Tuesday night. And new video every Wednesday at 7:15 in the morning. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoyed tomorrow's video. God bless. See you next time.